Geno Smith started the game for the New York Jets. Mark Sanchez came in the fourth quarter, and he injured his shoulder. However, let's just talk about Geno Smith for a second. He looked totally unprepared. He looked like a rookie. He looked like a fourth-round pick of a rookie who just was totally unprepared, does not look ready for the NFL as of right now.
He threw 3 picks. The first one wasn't his fault at all.
No, that one was not.
But the second 2 were, and even the first pass, all of his passes, the ones that I saw, they lacked anything approaching zip. They were all guided.
Yeah.
The kind of passes that work at West Virginia when you're playing Texas Tech and don't work when you're playing.
John Skelton-like throws.
They don't work when you're playing the Broncos.
Yeah.
You know, when they're
And you know how many interceptions he had in college?
He threw 6 last year.
I thought it was 7.
I think 6.
6 or 7. So, I mean, you know, interceptions were the rarity at West Virginia.
Yeah, and he threw 3 there. Again, 2 were his fault. 1, the ball just got stolen. But he looked bad. And then what is the storyline that's clearly going to develop in New York? No, I don't think so much Rex Ryan, who handled his press conference. Rex Ryan looks like he lost Rex Ryan, by the way, in the offseason. But his press conference was weird because he made the decision to, after an injury to who?
Sanchez?
No, somebody else. I thought he put Sanchez back in because of an injury. For whatever reason, he put Sanchez back in the fourth quarter against basically the third string line.
Yeah. And
Sanchez got rushed significantly,
hurt his
rolled
shoulder
out to his left, made a nice play to roll out to his left.
It was a good
get rid
throw.
of the ball. I think he got a completion.
It was, yeah.
A good play.
Yeah.
It was like Mark Sanchez's greatest NFL play.
That's not true.
No, Mark Sanchez, you forget, Mark Sanchez had a run that year that the Jets nearly beat the Patriots
when they went
to
the AFC Championship game.
He had a run where he looked pretty good.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so he made a nice play. But I mean, he had 7 Giants coming after him, and he threw the ball, and he's running this way, and he
accurate
threw it,
throw down the sidelines.
But he got hit, and he got hit hard, and he got hurt. Although he was throwing on the sidelines afterwards, so it didn't seem like it was that serious. But there was obviously
I read today's day-to-day.
Big risk there you take if you're Rex Ryan, putting in the guy who, after Geno's performance, is almost certainly going to be your starting quarterback in a preseason game with maybe some second stringers, but a bunch of third stringers protecting him.
Sure.
Guys who may not make the team, and then Rex Ryan was hugely defensive about it and weird about it.
Yeah. What did you make of that press conference?
I don't know.
Is it just like Rex Ryan being Rex Ryan?
The thing I like about Rex Ryan is
he's honest.
Is his honesty, and he wasn't. This was the thing. This was a typical coach press conference, except a little more animated. Rex Ryan's funnier and more interesting than 98% of every professional coach. But normally, like when he wasn't like the couple weeks back when he wasn't watching the offensive plays because he was talking to the defense. I loved that. Who cares? He doesn't need to watch. He was coaching in that moment. He was telling his guys something. He'll look at it on tape. It's not critical that he see it live. So, and he was honest about that, and I really liked it. His responses were lame about why. Essentially, the question was, what were you doing putting Mark Sanchez back in? On
Colin Cowherd's show this morning, he talked to Jason Whitlock, and Jason Whitlock basically said he can't get away with this anymore. Rex Ryan, this is. He can't get away with it. You know, like the offensive coordinators, like the Mike Zimmers who are on the Bengals, he's headlined on Hard Knocks every single week because he's so animated. And you know what, every coach is passionate. So throw out passionate. But basically what Whitlock is saying is he can't get away with this being a head coach in the National Football League. Like he can be intense. He can be somewhat tough on his players, and he can be funny, but the act is just getting tiresome. I mean, do you have that feeling at all about Rex Ryan? I don't. I think that it's tiring when when you act this differently, the standard of success increases. Like, you've got to win, and the Jets aren't going to win. Yeah. They're not good enough right now. They don't have a quarterback. How many wins do you think they're going to get this year? I don't know. If Geno Smith is playing, 4. 3 or 4. But that said, again, it's always happens with me. Like, I thought Mark Sanchez, aside from being frustratingly bad at times, seemed like an ass, and he seemed really arrogant. Mark Sanchez seemed like an ass? But I don't know that to be true. It's just my appearance. Now that sort of I don't think he came off as an ass. I think he just came off as like, I know what situation I'm in. It sucks, but it is what it is. He seems like he had unearned arrogance. He never played well enough to be arrogant. So. But that said, now I'm rooting for him. Like it's a little bit the world's against him. He has not had competent. He's not had truly skilled guys around him. Of course, the guys around him would all say we haven't had a skilled quarterback around us. But now I'm sort of rooting for him because now the Jets, like everyone is going to, like Miley Cyrus, there's going to be a piling on and celebrating the Jets'
sort of the giant collapse of the Jets. But if they go 6
You just
and 10,
compare the Jets to Miley Cyrus?
well, we had to justify that Miley Cyrus segment somehow.
Yeah.
It was nice that you started it with a tweet from Scott Fujita.
Yeah, the sports integrated into Miley Cyrus.
So I don't know. I think that Rex Ryan doesn't survive. He'll survive the year. Coaches generally don't get fired during the year. But by the way, if they start 0-7, who knows? But
oh yeah, sure.
but my hunch is they got to go to the playoffs, and they're not. It seems unlikely.
No, they're not going to go to the
If
playoffs.
they do,
certainly
if they're
not
in the
this year.
race, I'll be rooting for them. No question.